They State, The Nation, Guardian, Sun, all of them are just here before me. All right, let's set sail with Daily Post newspaper this morning. UCH power crisis, embarrassment to Nigerian government. UCH power crisis, embarrassment to Nigerian government. That is according to the minister. Now, NNPCL under pressure to reduce petrol price amidst rivalry with Dangote refinery. NNPCL under pressure to reduce petrol price amidst rivalry with Dangote refinery. And then moving on quickly to some more stories. Now, Imo police recover 4-year-old boy stolen in Abia, nab 40-year-old woman. And then on Rivers crisis, Martin Amahuile-led assembly still sacked, says Femi Falana. They are still sacked, whether you like it or not. We'll touch on all of that, okay, later on. Now, contempt threat. Edo Commissioner withdraws letter appointing acting chair for local government. Ogun to establish meat processing facilities. Rivers Health Ministry commences interviews for National Health Fellows Program. And outside Nigeria, in Gaza, Israel on highest alert as Hamas postpones hostage release. On Rivers crisis, still Martin Amahuile-led assembly still sacked, according to Mr. Femi Falana. Third federal judge blocks Trump's birthright citizenship executive order. Third federal judge blocks Trump's birthright citizenship executive order. And then back to Nigeria now. Posters of my 2027 Delta Guber ambition is fake, according to Festus Keyamo. He says, the posters of my 2027 Delta Guber ambition is fake. And somebody will say, na so did they start. Okay, let's move on quickly. Appeal Court reinstates sacked APC local government chairman in Osun State. Political rivalries are not real. They are just to entertain you, Fayemi tells Nigerians. And then there was a big one here. For 2027, I am available. AFDB boss Additional hints on running for presidency. He says, I am available. African Development Bank boss Additional hints on running for presidency. And then moving on, Soludo rebagged federal government rise. This story is appearing again. Shared to APGA members at Christmas. Anambra APC alleges. And then finally, ZLP elects new national leadership to steer party for next 4 years. Let's check out the Punch newspaper this morning. 7:06 is the time. The biggest story here for 2027. Obasanjo, Atiku, others meet. No threat, says the All Progressives Congress. Obasanjo, Atiku, others meet. No threat at all, says the All Progressives Congress. And then corruption threatens climate action, and Transparency International warns. Corruption threatens climate action. Transparency International warns. End of rascality in Rivers near. End of rascality in Rivers near, says Amahule. End of rascality in Rivers near, says Amahule. Dangote refinery eyes full production capacity, silent on crude source. Now, to Edo Tribunal, Okwebolo closes defense after lone witness admits overvoting. Okwebolo closes defense after lone witness admits overvoting. And then 4 declared wanted over foiled drug shipments to Saudi Arabia and, of course, Qatar. Let me serve you some more stories quickly, everyone. Shock, worries envelop Nasarawa Police Command as constable shot self to death. Uber driver killed, body dumped on Lagos Road. Court fixes March the 3rd for adoption for final witnesses. That is the story that concerns Bamishe, right? It's okay. Let's move on quickly now. Supreme Court to decide APC's appeal challenging Rivers local government poll. Supreme Court to decide APC's appeal challenging Rivers local government poll. And then varsity admission, JAM sets 320 UTME benchmark for under 16 candidates. 320 UTME benchmark for under 16 candidates. Let's check out some other stories quickly. The political side of it. Kwankwanso Kanu governor remains NNPP members. Says party. Kwankwanso Kanu governor remain NNPP members, according to party. Okay. PDP's overvoting claim at tribunal faulty, says Edo deputy governor. And then Kanu governor swears in new SSG. Let's see some more. I remain best candidate to unseat Soludo. APC aspirant is the one who is saying that there. Okay, let's leave here and touch on some of the newspapers quickly. Some of the newspapers. I wanted to see if I could touch on the Metro side of this, but then let's just move quickly. Let's move swiftly to Vanguard newspaper this morning. IGP bans policemen in Mufti from carrying guns. And as regards hardship, most governors live permanently in Abuja, according to NLC president. Joe Ajero is the one saying that there. He said most governors live permanently in Abuja. Let's visit Rivers State now. Supreme Court reserves ruling on appeal seeking to nullify Rivers local government poll. And then court adjourns trial of Chinese nationals to March the 5th. Court to hear breach of contract suit against Virgin Atlantic Airways February the 27th. Cancer, not death sentence. Access to treatment, major obstacles. NCS is saying that. And then 2-year-old Joshua, 0.4 million naira for urgent hydrocell surgery. Anambra 2025, veteran aspirants move to stop Soludo with APC. Veteran aspirants move to stop Soludo with APC. That's everyone is bent on stopping Soludo. You hear that? How Vanguard is putting it this morning. Veteran aspirant. That is people who don't do the game for a very long time. Move to stop Soludo using APC. I'm trying to break it down so you can understand. Foreign portfolio investments increase 126.8% to about 396.4 billion naira. And then banks borrowing from CBN rises 395% to about 4.7 trillion naira. The money banks are borrowing from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. 4.7 trillion naira. IGP bans policemen in Mufti from carrying guns. And then hardship, most governors leave permanently in Abuja. NLC laments. And number 2025, that story is coming up again. Veteran aspirants move to stop Soludo with APC. Moving on to some other headlines quickly now. But I still have Vanguard with me. Prove your innocence in court. INEC tells suspended Adamawa Rec. The man has been saying it. I know the truth. I know that be now the one. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Conscience won't let them sleep. Rufai fires shot at Tinubu's allies. Their conscience will not let them sleep. Rufai is the one telling Tinubu's allies why I visited Obasanjo in Abeokuta. It's Atiku that is saying that now, telling us why he visited Obasanjo. Okay, moving on. Atiku, Tambawal, Imoke in closed door meeting with Obasanjo in Abeokuta. That was yesterday. So all of that too. And then Supreme Court reserves judgment on appeal seeking to nullify Rivers local government poll. To some more stories now. Federal government raises application fee for establishment of private varsity to 30 million. Kanu rejects George again. Court adjourns case indefinitely. Kanu rejects George again. Court adjourns case indefinitely. Okay, here is the big news, everyone. Dangote Peugeot begins 3008 GT assembly in Kaduna. Dangote Peugeot begins 3008 GT assembly in Kaduna. I remember the days of Pan. Federal government engages Saudi Arabia over visa restrictions. And then CGN decries allegations of inefficiency, delayed justice bias against judiciary. Okay, let's see. Daily Trust is next. I've got several big lines here. Several big headlines. Quickly. Daily Trust has got it. Police retirement crisis festers. This issue is going to cause something else if care is not taken. And then, General Alkali's murder. Court recalls ex-garrison commander Mohammed for cross-examination. Pandef asks Tinubu to assent to South-South Development Commission bill. Federal government shops for new accountant general and, of course, permanent secretary. Shetima reaffirms Tinubu's resolve to bridge financial gaps. They can't sleep. Have moved on. Rufai blasts critics over rotational presidency. MRA seeks measures to protect internet users. All right. Residents raise alarm as money doublers invade Abuja community. And then, aside my deputy and I, none of you has permanent job. Plateau governor wants appointees. On Jakba, this will be my final story here. On Jakba, one doctor attending to over 1,800 cancer patients. Is that not absurd? Very absurd. As well. Everyone. Let's move quickly to some other stories now. Let's see the Guardian newspaper. Check the time. It's 7:17 already. Kaduna Revenue Service records 70 billion naira net taxes in 2024, according to officials. On alleged cybercrime, trial of 4 Chinese nationals stalls over interpreter rejection. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's quickly join Rufai Oseni this morning. Yeah, let's join Rufai Oseni and get his analysis on some of these stories. Top of the morning to you and welcome.
Bless you so much. Bless all our audience. Real quickly, let's debunk some fake news that has been going wrong. There's not been any full determination yet to the case in Rivers. Whatever some surrogates, I think also Larry Olan, social media and interpretation of the judgment was wrong. Let me tell you what happened. What happened was that the fact that in the cases labeled SCCV 1774 up to 1777, I said 1174 up to 1177, what happened was that since the case of presentation of 2024 budget has been overtaken by events, Fubara just decided to pull out that case because the bone of contention was 2024 budget. The budget has even been implemented. It has finished its cycle. We're already in 2025. That's why he pulled out that case. So all of those trying to say it's an affirmation that the river lawmakers won the case. Now lie, you did not determine all of that. All of that at federal high court, I think in River, and there are so many cases, about 4 cases that they reserve judgment for in the Supreme Court. So let's clarify that.
I think even Femi Falana also came out yesterday to say that Martin Amahule-led assembly still sacked.
Yes, so let's clarify that. They've not determined all of those cases.
Okay. Hello? Yes, I think we can hear you now.
Yeah, so President Tinubu has removed him for his reckless behavior. And the next thing, he's still saying that Binani won the election, Binani won this, Binani won that. So the charge for him today is that he should go to court if there are not even court cases against him already, in prosecution of what he did. And the interview I did in Abidjan has started dominating the headlines all through yesterday once we released the interview. And you're going to be able to hear the full version of that interview again on the Sunday to Impact with Rufai on VOP. Where Additional pretty much said that he's available to serve and is around.
Of course.
In fact, Daily Trust put it on their big headline that Additional himself.
We saw that. We saw that.
It must be seen. There's been a lot of political calculation. Goodness me. There's been a lot of calls flying back and forth and all of that. Some people say, hey, Rufai, why didn't you ask him that he didn't run in, that he ran in 2023, but he didn't just get through? I said, I didn't know about the fact that he ran. I did if I knew he had run in 2023, but we didn't see him on any ballot and everything. Then I now went to make my further research and discover it was just a consultation. And what he did then was to say, there's no point running when he just got the second term at African Development Bank. Whatever it is, I keep telling people that the race for 2027 has started. Just only yesterday, you saw Atiku Abubakar went to meet Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yeah.
And you also saw them Kwankwaso in Lagos. The race has started. Conversations have started in full throttle. So the question will be, whoever will lead Nigeria in 2027, I just want to tell Nigerians this, please shine your eye. They must be leaders that have a very high level of accountability. Enough of the days when we have leaders that have shoddy records. The other day I was just looking at how things have gone really bad in this country. To an extent that Nigeria once had a leader that didn't have school sets in this country. And nothing happened. So that's how low the leadership recruitment process has become. And that's why we must have to look at and look out properly, for who is going to be leader. That's just my charge. Anybody's going to be, Nigerians must look out and look out well. Secondly, I also want to talk about the case. In fact, that NAFDAC boss is insisting that no, that there must be death penalty, that the laws are too lenient. Manufacturers and all of that. And I think it's quite true. I mean, there must be a higher deterrent. I don't know if it's a death penalty, but if there can be a better deterrent. Can you imagine people faking all sorts of drink? Almost every club you go to in Lagos now, people complain that you are drinking fake alcohol. Almost every, and you're buying for premium. And it's not that the club owners even know, they don't know. So you can't even distinguish between the fake and the original one. Only God knows what they put inside. That's why since 2020, I've made it a matter of function. And you know me, you've been with me in many social gatherings. I don't drink anything out of a bottle except water. I don't do it. Because you can't even be sure of what is being put inside. You get. Even going out to restaurants to eat, sometimes I'm beginning to limit it. I want to be able to see with my kuru what people are making. So we need to safeguard our health. We need to safeguard our society. We need to safeguard our own antecedents. Nnamdi Kanu made a very vital point in the court yesterday, but you know me, I don't just like his overreaction and his excessive outburst at his lawyer, but he made a vital case. And what is the case? If a judge has been seen as compromised, you should recuse herself. Binta Yako is Muridala Yako's wife. Has a case with EFC, a former governor in this country. All right?
Of course.
So she has a case. Her husband has a case with EFC and allegedly also her son. And if Nnamdi Kanu is saying that, the government is saying that, okay, you must do this to Nnamdi Kanu for us to be able to also leave your own side, sort of like a quid pro quo, it's something we should take seriously. And she should recuse herself, like you said rightly. She should recuse herself. So he made a strong point that he's not going to be here and let someone that he knows that is compromised continue to judge his case. You have a right to do so once you get information. Do I support everything Nnamdi Kanu has done? Not totally. I support the fact that, yes, he has a right to shout for the oppression and marginalization of his people. He has a right to be able to call for self-determination and all of that like he has done, which are enshrined rights, even according to the United Nations and all of that.
But the way it went about and the violence that ensued, I don't support. And the incitement and instigation of violence, I don't support.
I think
Because
was
he
it
has
was
the
it was
ultimate
it
right
was
to
it
pray
Bashir
there.
who was referring to, who was citing when Nnamdi Kanu was hitting one of the lawyers? Just keep quiet, don't talk when I'm talking. You know, that whole thing.
That was the one that was not good. That was the one that was not good. That's just it. That was the one that was not good. And those are the things. And other levels of incitement of violence he has done in the past, which they are empirical proof.
Okay.
So in all of this matter, it was no sins, but we're also saying his right must be respected. That's just it. We're also saying his right must be respected. There's been over 400% increase in the registration fee for, I think, private universities now. So that matter is up and running. That increase is there.
I saw 25 million. I saw 30 million.
So let's say I found out, because a lot of private universities are springing up, so there's been an increase in the fee for you to register private university. Let's say I found out, at least they're coming in to fill in the gap, that is also left behind by the federal universities where you can't, or state universities where you can't finish as a when due and all of that, and all of the admission debacle.
But Rufai, don't you think it's too much? It was 5 million before, and now all of a sudden it's jacked up to 25, 30 million. I mean, is it encouraging education in Nigeria?
No, it's not encouraging education. It's too much. But the other argument they will tell you is that there's also been an uptick. The other argument they will tell you is that there's also been inflation. The other argument they will tell you all sorts. But whatever it's worth, we should understand that education is a public right. If you fix the public education, people will not really have a need to go to the private universities. That's just it. So we must be able to think deeply about the system and ensure to see how we make it better.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And
this, my very good friend, Governor Dauda, that is saying he wants to talk to bandits. I'm not going to say because Dr. Dauda of Zamfara is my friend, I will not tell him the truth. This talking to bandits will never work. Clear and simple. It has not worked in the past. From time immemorial, I'll tell you history. Before the Second World War started, that was how Neville Chamberlain said, give Hitler what he wants, he will not go to war. It's a lie. In fact, Hitler was clamoring for Sudetenland then. That once they gave him Sudetenland, that he will not see anything. After Sudetenland, he went to invade Poland. So this idea of negotiating, but it's not going to work. And if he says negotiating, what's the difference between him and Matawale? That they were both abused. Okay. Said people pay that. People came to collect ransom in Matawale's house, all the fights and all the arguments. What's the difference between him and Matawale? Didn't Matawale negotiate with that? Did he walk? So let's call it spade a spade. Understand that we have a problem. Try to break the ecosystem and ensure that we solve it over a long term. So all this negotiating band ain't gonna work, and I don't support it. And I will I will look into it as I tell you the truth. That's just it. I'm not gonna say because I know you. When I know you pass, that's when you hit the hammer.
Exactly.
What is the verdict of Okpebolo's 100 day in office now? The Edo people call yesterday. Tell me the gist now. I'm interviewing you now. Give me the gist. The Edo people call.
Yeah, the very
Edo people call.
Rufai, Edo is a very unique state. What played out yesterday was even more shocking and surprising. Closing case, with a lone witness, and the witness was even saying, yes, there was overvoting in my own polling unit. His own witness. You can see the drama that went out yesterday. Now, you see, I don't know the current last. This is a spectacular case. This was after they tried to stop the weaknesses of the PDP. They were harassing with EFCC and everything. EFCC 3P produced 18. Okpebolo also produced one that said there was overvoting. And that's why I'm asking Edo people. Did they call yesterday to tell you about the first 100 days of office? Because if I talk now, they say, Rufai, you are biased. You are biased. But some person said he handled security now. I mean, insecurity in Edo State. This court, whatever, in Edo State, he's been able to handle it. That's what they said. Okay, and then he's working on some major roads, like from, say, Benin to Auchi, Some of the, that's what they say he's done so far.
My brother, what's the name of our radio station?
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
That's the voice of the people. So you heard them, they've talked about Edo. So, but that's their voice. We too, other things we see, we talk about. Like the one you're talking about now. That this thing. You know why I'm very careful about Edo matter? Me and them, we have a very strange history. Leading up to the election, I called the Pueblo to come and talk on air. They said me I should go and bring $1 million. You remember?
I remember.
That the PDP in Edo State turned me to political matter. So those people's matter, I will analyze it as objectively as I can, but I will also leave it to the people to comment. That's why I say let the Edo people also comment on it. We are seeing what is happening. We are seeing even a fabulous weakness confirmed at the rest of our voting. Let's see what the judiciary will do. Nigeria now sit down and look. So when we see what they do, the strength of evidence, then we see the reaction. But in a sense, we know what is happening. But sometimes Nigeria is not a sane society. And sometimes Nigeria is not a sane society. And people can quickly, say things for their own interest. 1,001 things a lot of people say in Nigeria. Once I've come to realize they don't really believe in it. They are saying it because of where they are eating from now. And that's why the convictions of some people are not real. Look at Mbuala. Where's Mbuala today? But the same Mbuala that opened his mouth to say that voting for APC will be like voting for a night of 1,000 laughs. Is the one now supporting the APC government today.
The sad one.
So people's convictions in this part of the world is, what we used to call anywhere belefice. When they call anywhere belefice football. That's what their convictions are. And you see, they will be defending it vigorously. I'm supposed to have Boala on air today. You will see. They will even lie that they never said that.
Okay.
They will even lie that they never. That's the way Nigeria has become. But you see, we can't build the country if we don't have a consensus of the truth. The problem is there's no consensus of common sense and the truth.
Rufai, I read somewhere yesterday, was it yesterday or this morning, very early this morning, that there's a plot to also impeach the Lagos State Speaker, the new woman. There's a plot, and it's getting so interesting.
But I told you all of these things now. Today. I told you. Didn't I tell you that my sources were very reliable? I told you. Maybe when they went to say it was fake news, in the paper and all of that, I told you that I don't mind them. These ones are just political detractors. They're trying to twist the narrative. So I told you that the real Alagabamba Baba Jagabano is not happy that they removed Obasa. And he has told them that I'm not happy about this. So now they are trying to fight among themselves. Some are trying to resist and some are trying to stay. I told you that the GAC is divided. I told you that infighting is rife. Didn't I tell you?
As well. Thank you, Rufai.
Well.
Thank you, Rufai.
Just wait and be seeing it play out.
We did hear.
No, I told you. It's just that as a journalist, I can never.
But you look at it. No one is talking about Sheyi anymore. Sheyi is no longer in the picture at all. So all of these basbos now is for what reason?
Okay, let me also tell you what my sources are telling me. I think I've said this before, but I can't disclose my sources. My sources are saying that there's a plot to bring back Ambody. That's what my sources are telling me.
Really?
Because Ambody can do 4 years and be going. It just has 4 years to use. And they might make their decision on who's next. That they have finished the fight. That's what my sources are telling me. Maybe it's true or not, I don't know. But that's what my numerous sources are telling me.
Wow.
that there's a plot to bring back Ambode. That's what my sources are telling me. If it's true or not, it's my sources that said it.
Okay.
Who are my sources? I'm not obliged to disclose to you. You remember the case of the Munduka Rabo when the military held them for a story in the court, and they say, "Who are your sources?" Say, journalists are not obliged to disclose is what? Is what?
Sources. Thank you, Rufai Oseni. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bless you, my brother. Don't.
Quickly, I would want to have a conversation with a commissioner of police, a former commissioner of police. Yeah, CP Chuks is waiting. Is actually waiting to have a conversation with us. All right. Let me get his own take. There are some issues here and there that I would love to confirm from him directly. CP Chuks will join us. Will join us quickly. But let me let you know that you are on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and of course, feel free to join the conversation via YouTube. We're streaming right now. Just get to the comment section, and of course, do drop a comment. And WhatsApp number is 081 717 338. CP Chuks, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Ikami Judy, and to the listeners.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's just roll over. Let's just touch on some few interesting headlines. First of all, the court has adjourned Nnamdi Kanu's trial indefinitely. A federal high court in Abuja yesterday adjourned the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, indefinitely. Justice Binta Ayanko gave the order after Kanu and his counsel, Alo Ejimako, insisted that the trial judge no longer had jurisdiction to preside over the case following her earlier recusal. CP Chuks, talk to us.
Well, just like I said earlier, the issue of jurisdiction is very, very key and paramount. And at this point in time, the counsels to Nnamdi Kanu has, on the instruction of their client, come up to challenge the present jurisdiction where he's being tried. Therefore, it behoves on the judiciary, especially the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, to look into these complaints and do the needful. And I'm sure, too, that is why Honorable Justice Nyako decided to adjourn indefinitely, because you cannot, since there is this issue being raised or challenge of jurisdiction, you cannot just fix a date arbitrarily without dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
Okay.
So that is exactly what has played out yesterday.
All right. CP, aside that, we need to quickly run because of our time. Now, there is a report here that most governors now live permanently in Abuja. That is, they abandon their states and relocate to Abuja to go and relax, rest, and enjoy themselves. I mean, is this not crazy? It's getting crazy or crazier in this country, really. CP, what you have to say?
Well, my take to that is that, come to think of it, is there any work they are doing in the states as chief executives of their respective states? Many of them are not doing anything except going around and, in the name of town hall meetings or going to visit ongoing projects and then receiving visitors and so on and so forth. They don't do much. So to them, it is razzmatazz and bazaar. That is why they are doing exactly what they are doing now. It's not a new thing. And secondly, those ones who are already in their second term, they are not going back to go and ask for votes or canvass for people to support them in the coming election. They are just thinking of what next to 8 years. So I am such behaviors by those governors who are just being made reference to. It's a very unfortunate thing.
And the people they are supposed to be the people that are supposed to govern are facing severe hardship,
You are
insecurity, and everything.
That is exactly the crux of the matter. That is the main issue that is at the front burner of the challenges of the masses. It is incredible and unacceptable. And that is why, by the time they are finished doing their either 4 years and thrown out via voting, or the 8 years, they become totally irrelevant. Nobody goes to say hello to them. Nobody reckons with them. Nobody even makes anything like reference to them, because they have not really carried the people along. For them, it is selfish adventure, just for themselves and few cronies and those sycophants who will be picking crumbs from the table. That's the type of governance we have at the state levels. It's very, very unfortunate and sad.
CP, the ruling All Progressives Congress APC yesterday declared that a possible alliance between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and the 2023 PDP party presidential flag bearer Atiku Abubakar posted no threat to President Bola Tinubu's re-election in 2027. You know, Obasanjo, Atiku, and some other persons, you know, had a meeting yesterday. You know, Atiku visited Obasanjo yesterday alongside some other persons, but APC is saying it's not threat at all. There is no threat at all.
Well, my take to that is Atiku visiting Obasanjo is like any other courtesy visit, because in terms of electoral value, what does Obasanjo have to put in the table? Go and look back in his election, first term. He couldn't even win his award. Then the second term, well, we all witnessed what happened when they were alleged to have just right figures and announced. Outside that, I mean, he can't even deliver his senatorial district.
Are you saying Obasanjo is now a paperweight?
Exactly, you have just said it. Well, I mean, he has nothing to offer politically except going to do talks and do international engagements.
You're talking about a former president of Nigeria.
We are saying the same thing.
Who still holds the party? I mean, he's still respected.
Well, he's an elder statesman in his own right, and he's respected. He has been 3-time head of state, once as a military head of state between February 13, 1976 and the 1st of October 1979. And then from 29th of May 1999 to 29th of May 2007. So that is where and how he has had a lot of engagements and relationship with foreign governments. That's why from time to time he's hardly here. He's more respected abroad. He goes out there to do his thing. That does not mean that does not translate to him commanding followership or having that weight, political weight at home. He doesn't have it. Let us tell ourselves the truth. So anybody that reckons or believes in him that he will deliver the Asorok for him must be dreaming. Let us tell ourselves the truth. I mean, if you say the truth will set us free. I'm not a politician. I tell you the way it is. If they want to try, let them try. They will see that they will fail woefully. That's just the truth of the matter.
But we shouldn't forget quickly that Obasanjo, is, when it comes to politics, he is you can call him a calculator. You cannot just throw his opinions away.
That was then, not now. He can't calculate anything now.
Are you sure?
It was then when he was in power. Yes, we'll say yes, he can, because he was in charge of INEC. The INEC chairman were in his pocket, so he can always tell them, do it this way, do it that way. Not anymore.
Obasanjo was a political Maradona.
Then 1999 to 2007. After that, he fizzled out. Let him tell himself the truth. There is no need somebody deceiving himself and thinking that is. See, if you want to talk of people who are master tactician in the game, talk of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because you see the way he has held Lagos from 1999 till date. He's the one that will determine who will be governor or who will not be governor. Let us tell ourselves the truth. But PMB cannot, not PMB, OBJ cannot come to tell us that he would influence who will be governor of Ogun State or who will be senator in Ogun. It will not work. Let him tell himself the truth. And let Nigerians just take the reality. That's just the reality on ground.
Don't you think some persons will say you are singing the praises of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
That is not the issue. We are just talking realities. I'm not singing his praise. I'm not a member of any political party. I'm not in APC. Go and cross-check the records. You know, I am, by my own calculation and standing, an objective analyst and an elder statesman, having served the government till I exited the system at the age of 60. So, I mean, I am not a lackey and I'm not a sycophant because I'm not looking for anything from anybody.
On the political CP, on the political landscape, who is more respected, OBJ or Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
No, you can't compare the two. Bola Ahmed Tinubu still. Let us look,
okay, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in power.
Yeah, that is why I say it is not appropriate to do that comparison because the odds will be so much against OBJ since. BAT is presently the incumbent chief executive and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If he had been out, just like Jonathan is out, we cannot have grounds to do that comparison. But now he is sitting on the throne. You cannot, you can't compare the two. There is no basis of comparison for that.
CP Chuks, we want to say thank you so much. But before you leave, just here, AFDB, African Development Boss, additional hints on running for presidency. What's your take on that? He says, I'm available.
Entitlement. Yes, he's entitled to do that. And, you know, sometimes if you're interested in something, it's good that on time you start marketing yourself and be projecting yourself. You would have seen from a lot of young urban professionals and stakeholders that a lot of people have been pointing at him that he's a very, very good candidate that Nigeria would have required at this point in time. A lot of opinions have been going in that direction. I remember a lot had been writing that they would have been more comfortable if either himself or Professor Sibacha, the former vice president, we had to have come out and gotten that ticket. So, you know, when the thing is, the temperature is gradually rising in that direction. And the man has really exposed himself, especially on this job he's holding for the continent and global. Nothing stops him from coming out and picking a ticket. And expressing his interest in picking a ticket in any of the political parties.
Okay.
Especially parties that he knows that have good structures. Because if he goes to APC, he will end up wasting his funds and time because the incumbent will just sweep him away. So he may need to try from one of the opposition political parties and launch himself from there for at least to see what comes out of it, especially in 2027. If he misses this chance of 2027, he should forget it. Because by 2031, the thing will move to the north, unless he will keep having patience and wait for the 8 years the north will coast on from 2031 to 2039. That is just the game. That's a game calculation in my own personal contexts.
Martin Amahule led assembly is still sacked, aside what happened in court yesterday. This is Femi Falana saying this. He said, if you leave your party because of any reason, you cannot. If you leave your position for one reason or the other, you cannot come back again. You know, It said that they remain sacked and they cannot be reinstated. You know, the River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara in 2024 declared that the seats of 27 lawmakers led by Amahule vacant following their defection from the People's Democratic Party to the APC. Now, the Court of Appeal in July 2024 notified the expulsion of the lawmakers loyal to the immediate past governor of the state, and that is Nyesom Wike. However, dissatisfied by the judgment, the governor filed an appeal at the Supreme Court. Yesterday, the Apex Court dismissed the appeal after the governor's lawyer withdrew the case, stating that he had been overtaken by events. According to the report, the judgment put to rest the issues surrounding the position of the 27 lawmakers who had been entangled in a prolonged legal and political battle with the governor. But then, Falana is saying that those assembly members are still out of the game. Nobody can see anything. CP, quickly, 2 minutes.
Well, you see, what Falana has said is the true position of the law. If you make reference to Section 109 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it's very glaring that once you leave your political party and declares for another political party, then you have lost it. For you to go back, you need to go and take another form and go for another election to get back to that seat. It's very clear in the Constitution.
Once you decamp, Abi, once you decamp, yes, you automatically lose your seat.
Yes. And then I'm even worried and disturbed by the role the INEC is playing, because the Electoral Act of 2022, Section 80, subsection 15, is also very clear that they ought to have done an election by now to replace all of them in those 27 seats. So for them not to have done that shows that something is amiss, all is not well. Nobody is stopping the 27 from recontesting, especially in their new political party, the APC. They may be lucky, they will still find themselves back in that house. But then, why are they now looking for another way, shortcut to still go back to the assembly? Maybe because they are scared that if they subject themselves to the electoral process, none of them may end up entering into that House of Assembly. That's why the confusion is still going on there. So the position of Femi Falana as a senior advocate is very, very apt and very, very.
But the court is saying they should be reinstated. They should all go back.
No, we need to be very, very careful and look at the position of the Supreme Court. I think the emphasis is more on the 2024 Appropriation Act. The process is followed and got passed. It is more on that than that they have to go back to the. Let us go and let us make the contents of that withdrawal and position of the Supreme Court available before we make further comments. Because I don't think that the Supreme Court emphatically declined the position that they are still members of the House of Assembly. It is not explicitly stated there. So we need to clarify that before people jump into the street to begin to celebrate.
Former Commissioner of Police, CP Chuks and Womo, thank you so much for your submissions this morning.
Thank you very much for always accommodating and tolerating me.
All right. Do have a great day today.
You too.
Export Business Training is here again. VOP 90.3 FM wants you to benefit from this.
214-6454. Seminar will hold on Saturday, 1st of March, 2025.
At Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, 42 Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. Time 11 a.m. Don't be left out. Participate, and you'll be grateful for life.
We are Voice of the People. 90.3 FM is our strong dial. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and this is Front Page Review. Time to take your calls, your comments, your observation, even your query. But you know what? You will keep it very civil for me. I mean, mind what you say on the national radio. And of course, just about 2 minutes for everyone. Yeah, I think that will be enough. Move away from your radio set or just turn down the volume like I will always say. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go there. 0700-903-903-903 is the number to call. 0700-903-903-903. WhatsApp 081-717-56338. 081-717-56338. Good morning to you and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Pastor Michael. I'm calling from my God.
All right.
Yeah. Please, I don't know. I'm not listening to the station, but I just want to contribute about Nnamdi Kanu case.
Okay,
Please,
let's go.
For the sake of God, are we in Nigeria? Are they looking for another world war again? Nigeria Biafra war again? What offense that Nnamdi Kanu did that they didn't release this? Why? Why are they doing tribalism? They say we are one Nigeria, but we are not practicing one Nigeria. Why are we so wicked in this country? If it's Yoruba people that said they will listen, if it's Hausa people, they will listen. What as Igbo people is the pillar of this Nigeria. We are contributing a lot in this country, more than any other tribe. Igbo people. Why are they so wicked and heartless? All the ruler. What can't Tinubu should listen to the masses and this masses and the canon? What offense have we done to deserve all this embarrassment? They will kill people, do a lot of things. They will free them. What offense? Have they found any weapon from Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they so wicked like this? Anything that happened to Nnamdi Kanu in this country, we are going to blow this Nigeria. And we interfere now.
You said you were not listening to the radio station. Let me now tell you the rule here. We don't incite violence. Okay? We are peace-loving people. Like I always say, the way they argue for front of newspaper stand, no, so they call radio station. No, we don't want that. You know, it's too strong. It's too strong. Whatever happens, you and I will not be calm now. An eye for an eye. Everybody go blind. All right, let's move. Let's take more calls. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Ikame Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Peter Wanse from Shomolu.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ikame Jude, I don't know whether the CP will wait behind and listen to other people's comments, whether after talking he just leaves. But whatever the situation is, let me also
just
give him my perspective. Yeah. Now, if you want to compare Tinubu with the Obasanjo, it's like comparing Judas with Jesus Christ. I am telling you that I said that Obasanjo did not win his local government. And Tinubu, with all this tactical approach, he lost Lagos. He did not win Lagos. He governed Lagos for 9 years, and he did not win Lagos. And he's going to Abuja, the seat of the government, and he did not win Abuja. And then I don't know Osun State that he come from, whether he won in Osun State. So tell me, the difference is very clear. And Obasanjo is an international man with a good record internationally. Can you say that about Tinubu? I beg, let us leave that one. let's just say that Nigeria has been destroyed under APC, Buhari and Tinubu, that we are looking for any meeting whatsoever by all well-meaning Nigerians, all Nigerians that love this country, that feel Nigeria as a country should continue. Wherever they want to meet, they should meet, and then decide on what to do, how to get out this cancer in a just some week at that time said APC is a cancer, and today he has joined it, and that's why he's talking anyhow, behaving anyhow, and then you want Nigerians to remain in this condition. I think for me, like this Adesina, the African bank man, if he wants to come in, he's an international man. He has a good record. He's a good worker. He's a honest man, as the world has attested to it. So if he comes, please, I want to beg him. He should not go through APC because the time has not come yet to begin to campaign. We will tell the whole world what APC stands for. I mean, CP was saying that Obasanjo pocketed INEC then, whether they call it INEC or whatever. Then what you say about Tinubu today is not only pocketing INEC, he pockets judiciary, pockets the military, pockets the police. That's why with all this abysmal performance, with all these shenanigans, he still boasts of coming back because he thinks he has gotten the judiciary, that they will install him again. I mean, see, we are talking about a country that was moving before, a country that was working before, and today has been brought on our knees, and Nigeria is crawling now. And somebody says Tinubu should come back. Tinubu that has made Nigerians not to go to school, not to eat, not to go to hospital. He flies out with our money and wastes their own money. He should come back and bury Nigeria. I think that will be resisted.
Thank you.
By the grace of God.
Thank you.
If God spare our lives till then. Thank you and God bless you. Have a nice day.
God bless you too. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, it comedy read you there.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Fabalos calling from Thailand.
Good morning from Nigeria.
Yeah, it can read you that I've been calling for over past week now. I don't know if it was deliberate or
no. Why would you say that?
I can never question voice of the people because in as much as I was unable to connect, Peter Musa is there for me. Peter Musa is there for me. So procedurally, I can read you there. In this Nnamdi case, I settled down to analyze what is playing out. Let me just point out this part of what I just captured. You see what Nnamdi said in the court promises that yesterday. There is one a kind of allegation he made that is not trendy, and I have been asking myself, why are media are not carrying where Nnamdi Kanu alleged that Binta Eyako family is corrupt, that should recuse, that he should rescue himself on the case. Why media are not talking about that corrupt issue about Binta Eyako? That one is aside. Secondly, you guys have tried to limit us from saying our mind, and I pray that this one I want to say will not be kind of seen as kind of inciting. Please, I'm calling people of Southeast. I'm calling the governors. I'm pleading them. Protest. Protest is not a sin. It's not a crime. Despite the fact that federal government has tried all its best to suppress protest. Any single protest always affects federal government. People should continue protesting for unjust things. So I'm calling for Southeast governor to stand up and protest for Nnamdi Kanu. I'm calling for our youth in Southeast to continue protest. No matter
there's been several peaceful protests, my brother.
That you protest.
Okay. There's been several peaceful protests. Okay. I hope you're not inciting something else.
Yes, and that is what I'm calling peaceful protest.
Okay, beautiful.
That is what I'm calling.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your time is up. Okay, thank you. Hello, good morning to you.
Morning, Nnamdi.
Good morning.
I'm Vincent from Ogun.
Okay.
I want to talk of Adesina aiming and contesting for president. Does he think other zone will be happy if Tinubu takes 8 years and says come over to contest and win from Western Nigeria again, that other zone will be happy. So to me, for him to contest, even I know he's a good man, but for him to think that other zones will be happy that Western Nigeria will finish and another Western Nigeria come for another 8 years, I think to me it's not acceptable. About the political crisis in Rivers State, the Supreme Court judge, I want to suggest that they should settle with the defection of the 27 members before they talk of any other thing. Because that defection, those people are supposed to drop their mandate and not to tell the governor to go and they represent their budget to the 27 members. I think that is wrong to me. I heard somebody saying that Sharia is good for the Western Nigeria. How people at the state that are practicing Sharia in the Northern Nigeria that he should bring it to the Western Nigeria? I think all this is wrong. And I heard that some official of the Nigerian police refused to leave their office after their retirement age because because of the IG extension. I think this is a sign of great corruption in Nigeria, because when IG is supposed to go back to himself, he did not. And that is why the senior officers refuse to leave their office. This is my own contribution.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I want to contribute about the man that are calling from Sierra Leone. Why is he not calling again upon everything that is happening in the East? He says Samuel Lekpa do this, Nnamdi cannot do this, that he has evidence. Why is he not?
You're talking about C2 from Sierra Leone, right? Calling from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
So why is he not?
Don't worry, he will call. He's listening to us. He will call.
No, sometimes if he call, saying he have evidence, this and that is happening. Why is he not calling? And why is he not hearing what is happening in the East? So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
And another thing is to let them release Nnamdi Kanu, or that man is not, he did not do Nigeria anything. Let them release.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk to you. Come in now. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Kamijide.
Good morning to you.
My name is Chukuma from Ilasa.
Okay.
Yeah, I thank God that what happened in the court yesterday, Nnamdi stood his ground. I believe that is a sign that comes from God. Everybody has called, release this man from UN, from Africa, from West Africa, from Nigerian courts, and elders of East has begged. Buhari said after court has said release him. Why can't they release Nnamdi? What Rufai said, I didn't agree with it. Because before, if a parent provokes children, they will react. Nnamdi has been there since 2021, waiting for you to judge him. If you didn't want to judge him, you didn't want to let him go, now indefinite adjournment. Why didn't they allow him to go home and stay? He's not running away. For God's sake, let's do the right thing in this country. I beg you people.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
There. Bye. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Amuod of Estate. My brother, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I want to, first of all, say about comparison about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Obasanjo. Don't compare two of them, because Tinubu is like a president since 1999 till the date. He's still like a president, because when you have the Lagos state in your hand, my dear, you are somehow president of Nigeria. Only the difference between Tinubu and president of this country is not occupying the Aso Rock Villa. Finish. Minus that. Even if Tinubu is out of office today, he's still more relevant than any one of them. Call it any one of them in Nigeria. That is the problem. They don't know where. If you want to get Tinubu down, take Lagos State. Without Lagos State, you have nobody to where Tinubu is in this country called Nigeria. That is number one. Number two, but about this River State, let the whole people come out now and say whatever they can say now that Kekereke have not concluded. Because tomorrow now, when you concluded, you will not see Obi them saying, see Atiku them talking. Now they will not come and say, put their word. Let this woman know that this is where people's mind is going, so he can be corrected and not do the right thing. After they have changed everything now, confirm whatever they want to confirm, it will be wrong. That is for that. For the Nnamdi Kanu issue, my dear, people should look at it. And those who are used to come to this, that's our people used to come and claim English, 70% English. Igbo, they claim 30%. Let them come now and say something. This man has said something that people should really understand. And let Nigeria human rights come and speak. Let the lawyers come and talk. This person said he doesn't want you. Is it by force to say, even if common eye can still stand say, I don't want this judge to take care of my case because of one or two things, people will listen to me. It's my right. Even if you want to kill the person, he told you that he don't want this person to be around him. You're supposed to give him that honor. That is what I think.
All right.
So for President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't think anyone will take him out of office 2027. But let's see. Hence, he's healthy. Okay. God will still see him through because he's always there.
Thank you.
He's like a king.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but that is how I see it. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jude. Kanu Jude.
Good morning
My
to
name
you.
is Peter Usufu. I'm calling from Abano Jenikotu.
Okay.
On Fubara and the Supreme Court. Though Semi Falana and some other analysts have said that the 27-man assembly in Rivers State, led by Martin Anefule, is illegal at the moment. But as far as the Supreme Court judgment today, I think that is the beginning of Fubara's downfall. That is the beginning of his end. So, and then the case between Nnamdi Kanu and, of course, the Federal High Court yesterday, I think, in my own opinion, Nnamdi Kanu is faking insanity. But if he's not faking insanity, that means he has nailed himself to the cross. And by that, he has also removed himself from Nelson Mandela's WhatsApp, the WhatsApp that Nelson Mandela belongs to, which he himself wants to belong to. Without vituperations in the court yesterday and his misdemeanor, he has removed himself from that WhatsApp. Lastly, concerning the meeting of Atiku, Obasanjo, and others, I would say that in undemocratic regime, the leaders are just like armed robbers. They either want to kill in order to remain in order to go to office, or if they are caught, they are killed by firing squad during the military rule. But in democratic regimes, it is not the strong men that rule.
All right.
It is the political parties that and their own background. So I see their own coming together are dead on arrival.
Thank you.
As far as 2027 is concerned.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
God bless you.
Peter Osifu. Appreciate you. I will take the last call for this morning because of my time. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Let's touch on a couple of messages here, just quickly. All right. I'll be leaving now. Good morning, Atiku and others. Meeting Obasanjo and APC said is not a threat because APC depends on INEC, and if election is conducted free, fair, and credible, and APC would never win. They know, okay, he knows that APC will not win. Leo from Lagos is the one who sent that message. Everyone, I'll be running anytime from now. I'll be leaving the studio, this seat, right? Any moment from now. But then, don't worry. We never finish this conversation. By 10:30, between 10:30 and 12, I'll be here. Okay? We have a lot to talk about. And then I'll read all of your messages. And we'll talk more. We'll analyze these issues more. Okay? But let me just read the last one before I hand over to Ogen Dibo. Now, good morning, Mr. Jude. For me, democracy is being making mockery of in River State. However, or whoever win at Supreme Court, Wike or Fubara, doesn't benefit the people of River State that deserves good governance, rather personal gain. Wike and Fubara should bury their head in shame because River State is in the news daily for bad reasons. There were governors in Rivers State before them. After all, Wike brought Fubara. Think about the amount of Rivers money that have gone into litigation and still going into litigation, wasting good people of Rivers State money. Wike should remain in Abuja to do his ministerial work. Mr. President have given him and allowed Fubara to govern the people of Rivers State. That gave him the mandate. Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you. Okay, everyone, let me leave here now. Oge Ndibo is next. Chikiro, Otutoma.
Otutoma, Jude, how was the night?
Otutoma. Stop talking while I'm talking. How would you look at that statement? Quickly.
No. He was angry. Jude, if you are in his shoe, if you are in Nnamdi's Kanu shoe, you will do more than that. It's frustrating now. What is it? You gave a notice, it was a quick notice for them to appear in court. They appeared in court and you still adjourned the case indefinitely. No, now, Jude is frustrating now. And they even said it yesterday. I've told this woman, Just Peter Nyako, please, I don't want you to judge my case again. Give me another judge, or you transfer my case to Southeast. If there is no other judge in FCT Abuja to judge my case, transfer it to to Southeast.
Of course.
It's annoying, Jude.
Southeast. If they will carry and go, like we said yesterday, who go carry and go Southeast?
I know it will be so hard for them to approve. They won't.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetukun, has directed that henceforth, no policeman should be seen carrying rifle, AK-47, while dressed in civilian attire. That is mufti.
How many directives has he given? In fact, the former IGPs, how many have they given? How many are they obeying? The police officers themselves. You know, sometimes I see it
somebody will wear any clothes, you carry gun.
I'm telling you, I see it as mere talk. Was it not the same police that said stop searching people's phone? Was it not the same IGP? Don't search people's phone. What still happened, Jude? They still search people's phone now. At least I saw one the other day now at their checkpoint. They were checking the guy's phone. I was just standing looking at them. So you just talk. Police, they know themselves. They will do what they want to do.
Yusuf will can't talk. Just can't talk. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's time to go. Don't worry. It's because of the nature of things this morning. Yeah, I have to go now. But I'll be here, like I said, 10:30 a.m. I'll be here between 10:30 and 12 p.m. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. On social media, Ikami Jude. I'll spell it always. IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. I'm out of here like Izzy. I'm out! Nonsense boy.